Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. These are the first sales of the week, Monday the 11th. Had a crazy good weekend last weekend. Started off a little slow on Monday, at least nothing, no home runs, but we still had some sales. Definitely thankful for what sold. We had a jersey, a Lakers, Kobe Bryant, size small. I paid $5, it sold for 18 shipped, so happy about that. Here's a rival crockpot power cord. This one sold for 25 shipped. There's the model number. So I paid $8 for the crock pot. I sold the lid already for I think 22, and then I sold that for 25. So pretty good there. Here's a PSP game, still sealed. This one sold for 22 shipped. Another one of those tailor-made sold. I sold one last weekend, and then I sold this one. This one I took a best offer of 10. I didn't even know I had best offers selected, but someone accepted 10, so I'm happy to get rid of it. Two Wii controllers with nunchucks sold for 28 shipped, and then one Black & Decker food processor. It's the Shortcut #2 brand or model. This, you can see it's kind of got some cloudiness to the bowl, but there's no cracks or anything. This sold for 16 shipped. It'll go first class. So that's everything, and I'll show you what sells on Tuesday next. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Tuesday the 12th. Pretty good day, and I got one more thing to show you that it sold tonight that I was already been at storage and I didn't get to pick it up yet, so I'll show you that later. I sold this Aviation Award. That's like a reproduction you could buy. It came in a lot of stuff that I had. Took a best offer of 20 bucks on it, so happy to get rid of that. This Info Globe, I showed you guys in the video. Hopefully you saw it. This one sold for 50 shipped. It took a best offer of 50. I had it listed at 60. It's like a caller ID. It's like, looks pretty cool with the blue, and it puts the number on there and stuff. So look out for those. Simpsons sold for 11 bucks on the Wii. Doesn't sell for a whole lot on the Wii. Sells a little better, I think, on the Xbox version, 360 version. But if you can find it, it's still worth picking up because it does always sell. An AC/DC, it's like in the 2000s, a long sleeve shirt. That sold for 25 shipped. Sorry, my son's, I'm holding him and he's trying to mess with the phone. There is a Wii controller and nunchuck there that sold for 16 shipped, just one pair. And lastly, last thing to show you is a Pendleton denim jacket with kind of the Aztec print up there. It also has the tags right here. This was 40 bucks. Originally was 138. I actually sold it though for 145 on a best offer. So super happy with that. Looks pretty cool. I paid 40 at a garage sale from a guy. It sat for a while, but I finally found the right person, and we should walk away, I'm sure, with 70 bucks or so on this after shipping and fees. Maybe a little bit less, maybe 60, but really good deal. Happy with that. And like I said, I'll show you what else sold. Here's one other sale, guys, for Tuesday. I forgot to show you. It's a little Digimon device here. It's like kind of like a Tamagotchi. It sold for 60 shipped. Sorry for the shaky camera work. And it came out of the $400 lot. So I think I'm already in the profits now for that. I still have a ton of stuff left, and I just listed more of it today. So been a pretty good. Hey guys, final sale from Tuesday. 25 Dr. Seuss books, different sizes, different years. All different books though, and they sold for 45 shipped. Medium mail shipping, so it should be still pretty cheap. These do pretty well for me. I like to even get bigger lots, like lots of like 35. And these ones went a little bit lower because the condition's not perfect either. So, but yeah, 45 shipped for 25 books. Hey everyone, here are the sales from Wednesday. I already had a couple things sell too that aren't here, so I'll show you guys those later. 3 clothing items, some shoes, video games, and some tapes. So pretty good mix. The shoes, you might remember these from a haul. They're Allen Edmonds. Got some more to the bottom, but these are the Maxfields. Honestly, a pretty good condition though overall. Salvation Army had this deal where they were selling all their shoes for $3. So they got an influx of boxes and boxes of shoes. So every shoe was $3 a pair. I ended up buying like 5 pairs or something like that, 4 pairs. And as I was going up to the front, in the glass case, I saw these Allen Edmonds, and I figured they had to be like at least 50 or 60 bucks, and they usually price them high. But I asked the lady, and I said, well, does the shoe deal apply to the ones in the case? And she said, let me go read the board. and the board didn't specify that it was only it didn't apply to collectibles, because this was considered a collectible or the boutique section, which all the boutique items have the collectible on their sticker or whatever. So she said, well, we didn't specify, so I guess it has to be $3. And I was like, sweet. So I got them, and now I just sold them today for 60 shipped. So pretty cool there. Just happened to ask. I didn't think she'd say yes, but it worked out. And I did find out later that they had them at $125, but they were half off. So $62.50 is what they were asking for, and I got them for $3. So sweet deal. Marvel Superhero Squad, just a Wii game, nothing special. Sold for 10. Need for Speed for PS4 sold for 13. Super Street Fighter 16 for Super Nintendo. Castlevania 16. 3 TDK CDs, the 110s. These sold for 15 shipped combined. Here's a Maxell XL2 XL2 S90. It's a really cool looking tape. I mean, I'm not saying tapes are necessarily the coolest, but if there was one that was going to be it, this would be the one. Took a best offer, got $20 on that. So that's pretty cool. I think I paid 50 cents or $1. Then the clothing items. Here's a Bugatti Uomo, a shaped fit one, sold for 18 shipped. Some of their shirts are super nice, but they just don't bring the money I think I used to get for them, so I don't even pick them up anymore. Here's a Nike Golf 3XL. This was originally from Ross, but I got it at the Goodwill for $6. And it sold for $27.99 or something like that, or $26.99 something. So pretty cool there. It is brand new. I did rip off the price that Ross had, because Ross had it, I think, at $25. So I ripped that off just so it showed the compare at $55 price. And lastly is the Navy, the midshipman Nike hoodie. I paid $5.50 or $6 for this, something like that. It's a size 4XL. It's pretty large. It sold for a best offer of $42 today. So great deal. I was hoping to get over 40, so when the person came with a 42 offer, I just took it and got it out of here. So I'll show you the next things hopefully after this that sold today, and then we'll be seeing what sells on Thursday. Hey everyone, final 2 sales from Wednesday. Evolution World sold for 12 shipped on the GameCube, and Harry Potter, this is a sealed one. It sold for 30 shipped for the DS. Everyone, back with Thursday the 14th sales update. A lot of clothing items, surprisingly. I do have 2 things that have sold after I already picked everything up from storage, so we got to get that, and I'll show you guys later. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. Starting off with the best. These are 5 Huck Performance, kind of like outdoor type shirts. All size 2XL. I paid around $5 or $6 for each of them. So we got 25 or 30 bucks in them, and they sold for $140 full price. I had turned down an offer of $100 like a week ago, and I was like, man, I probably should have just taken that. I would have made like 40 bucks on them. It's a brand I never heard of, so I picked them up, and it turned out that I shouldn't have took that offer because someone came through and bought them all. So super happy. The brand does do pretty well. Some of the sales are, but it's definitely not the most common brand. So that worked out. A Wrangler kind of Western pearl snap. This one I think I paid $6 or $7. Took a best offer of 30. The unique patterns of those always seem to sell eventually. It just takes the right time. I usually list mine for 35 or 40 or best offer, and then try to get that 25 to 30 range. So pretty good. Here's some jeans. These are Ariat or Ariats, or however, they're M2s. They're not the fire resistant ones. These ones were $8 and they sold for 40 on a full price sale. Here's some, I think they're called G-Defy VersaShock or whatever. It's VesoShock, but it's like gravity defying or whatever. I paid $15, I think, for these at a garage sale. They ended up selling for a best offer of 50. They got some marks to them, but there was just no one who would offer any more than 50, so I ended up just taking the 50. So happy about that. Super Paper Mario sold for like 12. Burnout sold for 10. These little Game Boy Advance SP cases always sell. This one sold for 14 shipped. It's a pretty good condition one. Here's 2 soft spikes. These go on Nike, I believe. Yeah, for Nike Tonic golf shoes. They're both brand new. Just some damage to the packaging. I got a bunch of those for, I don't remember. I think they were thrown in a lot of stuff I bought for like $5 with the golf head covers. Already sold like 3 or 4 sets, and these ones just sold for 16 shipped. And they do, I just put them like this with some bubble wrap, and they end up going first class in a little box. Here's a Greg Norman Reebok polo. It's a bit of an older one, but it's pretty lame looking. It's an older packaging, so you can tell I've had it. They actually sold, though, for like 16 or 17 shipped, so happy to get rid of it. Abercrombie and Fitch cargo shorts. I paid $6 for these, I think, and they sold for 35 shipped. They still do well. They got the drawstrings at the bottom there. And then a San Diego Padres, another jersey. This one sold in the best offer at $32. I think there's gonna be a lot of movement this year on the Padres stuff because they got Machado and they signed him to a big deal. So there might be a little bit chance, like I sold the other jersey just a week or so ago. So hopefully we'll keep selling the rest of the Padres stuff. I think I have 1 or 2 more Padres things. So that's it for right now. So there are 2 things. I'll hopefully show you guys those later. And then if anything else sells, I'll show you that as well. Take care. Hey guys, here are the final sales for Thursday. We had this Duluth Trading plaid long sleeve shirt. It sold for 40 shipped on a best offer, so that was pretty cool. Here's a rain spooner or whatever it's called. It's got this pretty cool like surfboard looking pattern. That I paid like $6 for. It sold for 35 shipped on a best offer. And this Game & Watch Gallery 3 for Game Boy Color sold for 9 shipped, and it came with the plastic case. So pretty good for the last 3 sales. 80-something bucks or whatever that is. I did pay like $10 or something on the Duluth, I think. So I paid up for it, but it was brand new with tags, so still worth it. Hello everyone, here are the sales from the weekend of Friday the 15th through Sunday the 17th. I think there's like 29 sales in total. One's not here. I have to go get it from storage. I have a couple other things that sold but haven't been paid yet, so hopefully they'll come through before the end of the day and I can show you guys those as well. But definitely not as much as last weekend. Last weekend we ended up with 46 or 7 sales, which was awesome. This week a little bit less than that. Nothing really crazy, but definitely happy to get rid of some of this stuff. So let's just jump right in. Here's a white PS2 Slim. Comes with the regular controller, the cords. That sold for 70 shipped, full price sale. Here's a Lincoln center cap. Guess it's kind of beat up. I cleaned it up a little bit, but I had 2 or 3 of these, I think. I paid a couple bucks for them, and then they've sold for anywhere from like 26, and this one finally sold for 22, so happy with that. A couple of disc-only video games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater sold for 7 shipped, and then Sims 2 sold for 9 shipped. Here's Shaq Fu for the Super Nintendo that sold for 9 shipped, nothing crazy. Pokemon Puzzle League with the damaged label sold for 10. Here's a Franklin Holy Bible, little bit here. This thing does not work. I bought it for $4 plus a discount at Savers, and it came with some other stuff in the bag too, but it ended up not working. Sold it for 12 shipped for parts. Here's a Furvac. This is a little brand new sealed item I got. I sold it for 25 shipped. I paid like $2 for it. It's got damaged packaging, but pretty cool. Here is a Ford radio to like late 90s, early 2000s, I think, like F-150. This one sold for 80 shipped, so that's awesome. Video games. Rumble Racing sold for 12. Lego Star Wars sold for 12, I believe, as well. Scooby-Doo sold for 12. Lord of the Rings sold for 10. Fallout 3 sold for 10. Dark Watch, this is actually a pretty good one. This one sold for 22 ships, so that's awesome. Need for Speed, 2 of them for PS3 sold for 25 shipped. And Family Feud, this one actually sold prior. I got a return. The guy bought 2 games and he said his son bought them, so he returned them. This one sold again for 11, so we're probably just making our money back since I do free returns. 2 Wii controllers with the nunchuck sold for 29 shipped. They'll go first class. Here is a PS3 Guitar Hero guitar. It does not have the dongle. It does work. This one sold for 43 shipped. Here's another Guitar Hero. Whoops. There's no game with that either. This one's the Wii one. Doesn't need a dongle. The controller goes in there, but it comes with the game. That one sold for 40 shipped, so I paid like $6 for the guitar, or $5 at a thrift store, so that was a pretty good deal. Betty Crocker Cookbook sold for 22 shipped. This is the one from, I think, 78 or something like that. So not the best one, but still happy to get rid of it. I paid $2. Here's the Bible Story. This one always sells for me pretty well. This sold for 60 shipped, so that's awesome. A PS2 controller for parts. The silver one sold for 12 shipped. A off-brand kind of Spider-Man one. It's not an official GameCube one. This one sold for 25 shipped. There's other ones I think that even do better than this, so that's pretty cool. A Sony remote, the RMT V501A. This sold for 20 shipped, full price. Harley Davidson hat, mesh kind of trucker one. Nothing crazy, but it ended up selling for $100. I had it listed high. I was hoping to get like a $60 offer on it, maybe 50, because some of them do really well. Kept getting like 40 bucks, 40 bucks. I said, if I get one more 40, I'm going to take it. And then someone paid full price. So that's awesome. Izod, brand new with tag big and tall pants. They're size 46. They sold for 30 shipped. I think I paid $5 or $6 for them. So took a while, but that's pretty cool. And then lastly, for what we have here, we have the Bulls Hardwood Classics Pippen jersey, size large. I paid $7 or $8 for that. I think $8. I just knocked the plastic bin over. $7 or $8, and this ended up selling for 50 shipped. Full price sale. I thought I'd probably get an offer like 40, maybe 35, but someone bought it for full price, so pretty cool. That's it for right now. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff to show you. I should have at least one thing, and then if you have any questions, let me know. Hello everyone, final sale for the weekend. Bounty Hunter sold for $12 shipped on the GameCube.